If you're thinking about upgrading your car's entertainment system with the Jensen CAR1000, hold on for just a second before you hit that buy button. In this review, I'm going to reveal what makes the Jensen CAR1000 stand out and where it surprisingly falls short. Because not everything that shines is gold, and this receiver is no exception. But here's what surprised me. Despite boasting a huge 10.1-inch touchscreen and Apple CarPlay Android Auto compatibility, this unit isn't as perfect as it seems at first glance. It might just cause more headaches than help if you don't know what you're getting into. Why does an otherwise highly rated device score a modest 4.2 on Amazon? And why are some reviewers warning users to think twice? Stick around. You'll want to hear what I discovered before making your purchase decision. And if you're someone who loves tech upgrades but hates complicated installs or buggy interfaces, this might be especially relevant for you. Stay with me for the next few minutes because the devil's in the details. Let's face it, modern car stereos are supposed to make your drive smoother and more enjoyable, not give you fist fights with tech or force you to relearn how to use your car's features. So is the Jensen CAR1000 a hero or a headache? Let's break it down. Starting with the display, Jensen packs a 10.1-inch capacitive touchscreen, big and inviting, right? It promises crisp visuals and intuitive controls, which sounds perfect for those with bigger hands or who want that tablet-like experience behind the wheel. You also get Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility, so connecting your phone is supposed to be a breeze, making calls, playing music, or using navigation apps seamless. Plus, there's a dedicated front panel button to activate Siri or Google Assistant instantly. In theory, it sounds like the key to perfectly hands-free control and entertainment at your fingertips. The package includes everything you might expect: a doubled-in chassis designed to fit standard dash openings, a separate 10.1-inch touchscreen monitor, wireless remote, and an external microphone to boost voice command clarity. So far, so good, right? But this is where things start to get tricky. One of the biggest surprises with the Jensen CAR1000 is the setup. Although the screen is large and looks sleek, it's not integrated like some competitors. The screen mounts as a separate unit, which may not appeal to fans of a clean, flush dashboard installation. It kind of feels like you're tacking on a tablet afterthought rather than a native upgrade. For some, this might be a deal breaker, especially if you're the type who loves sleek interior aesthetics or wants that factory-finished look. Another disappointing point ties back to the wired connection required for accessing features beyond basic use. Yes, you heard that right. Wire your parking brake to unlock settings access. If you didn't know this up front, it might sound like a car puzzle you didn't sign up for. Without this connection, certain important settings and features are locked down, making it feel less user-friendly and more like a tech Rubik's Cube. Now, don't get me wrong. The sound options are surprisingly rich for this price point. You get an 8-band equalizer and time alignment, subwoofer controls, and 6-channel preamp outputs. This is nice for those who want to tweak audio performance without dropping a fortune on aftermarket amps and tuners. But if you're expecting studio-level tweaking or absolute audiophile quality, this still won't replace a high-end dedicated unit. Bluetooth connectivity is also present and serves its purpose well enough, offering hands-free calls and audio streaming. But, and here's where some users express frustration, the Bluetooth connection can sometimes be flaky or drop unexpectedly, particularly with certain phone models. I guess even your car stereo sometimes just wants a break from your playlist. It gets tired of hearing Baby Shark on repeat. Joke aside, stable Bluetooth is crucial for safety and convenience, so it's a worthy consideration. Let me rehash what I'm about to disclose in the next section. Is the Jensen CAR1000 a practical investment for your car upgrade, or does its promising spec sheet mask critical flaws? Keep watching as I dig deeper, and I'll even share a few tips to get the most out of it if you decide to purchase regardless. One key thing buyers often miss is how the Jensen CAR1000 affects existing steering wheel audio controls. It's advertised as compatible with most factory steering wheel controls, but with the caveat that an adapter is necessary. This adds complexity and extra cost, especially if you're not technically inclined or don't want to fiddle with wiring. So if steering wheel control is a must, this might not be the smooth integration you're hoping for. Regarding expandability, the Jensen CAR1000 offers multiple inputs and outputs, front and rear USB ports, a front microSD card slot, RCA AV input for extra devices, and even a rear-view camera input, which is a huge plus for safety-conscious buyers. The 6-channel 4-volt preamp outputs suggest good potential for adding external amplifiers for those who crave powerful sound. However, setup again can be a bit daunting if you are not a car audio enthusiast already familiar with these terms and wiring. Here's a little consumer story for you. A buyer named Marcus found the CAR1000 attractive because of its large screen and modern features at an affordable price. However, he quickly got frustrated when the settings were locked because of the parking brake connection. After numerous trips to forums and watching YouTube tutorials, Marcus felt the setup made the unit more of a DIY project than a plug-and-play upgrade. If you think you might fall into Marcus's shoes, you're not alone. On a lighter note, the remote control included sometimes feels like an ancient artifact, because honestly, how often do we actually use remotes in the car? It's almost a tradition that technology comes with benefits you don't fully exploit, no. If you've ever argued with your passenger over who gets the aux cord, this might just start a new war over the remote, just kidding. But it's something to consider whether all the accessories are genuinely useful. Another overlooked feature is the internal amplifier, which delivers 16 watts RMS per channel. It's adequate for small to medium vehicles and basic speaker setups, but won't satisfy those aiming for concert-level sound pressure in their rides. In fact, anyone expecting to blast tunes like they're at Coachella might want to upgrade to an external amp sooner rather than later. Let's pause for a quick joke to lighten things up because reviewing car stereos can get pretty dry. Why did the smartphone go to the car stereo? Because it wanted to be connected, but didn't want to drive anyone crazy with its auto playlist. Speaking of playlists, the Jensen's interface can sometimes be sluggish when scrolling through long music libraries, a slight annoyance if you regularly shuffle between hundreds of songs. Rehook alert! Are you wondering now if the Jensen CAR1000 can match other similarly priced models on the market? The truth is, it's a mixed bag. It offers a giant screen, solid basic features, and an attractive price point, but doesn't deliver the smooth user experience or installation simplicity you might expect from a brand new multimedia receiver. If you're willing to invest time navigating the quirks, it could serve well. However, if you want hassle-free performance out of the box, you might want to explore other options or higher-tier models. Another critical point: voice command activation via the front panel button works reliably, but don't expect flawless voice recognition. It's like talking to your GPS after a few coffees, sometimes understanding, other times a little lost and confused. This adds a real-world element of "you'll get there, eventually," which might be acceptable or frustrating depending on your patience level. Joke number 3. Why did the car stereo break up with the radio? Because it found a better connection. With the Jensen CAR1000, you're promised wireless connections, but some users complain about intermittent Bluetooth and Wi-Fi drop-offs. So compatibility is good on paper, but real-life performance varies. Finishing with a positive note: if you're a tech-savvy DIYer looking for a large touchscreen at a competitive price, with flexible inputs and decent sound customization, the Jensen CAR1000 can definitely enhance your driving experience. It caters to those who don't mind a bit of setup and aren't scared off by wiring or extra adapters for steering controls. Plus, the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto support is a major perk that integrates your favorite apps and voice assistants smoothly enough for daily commutes. If you're drawn by the large, bright screen and want to add smart functions to an older car without breaking the bank, this might be the solution you need. However, for buyers who prefer factory-like integration or hassle-free plug-and-play models, you might want to consider a few alternatives before committing. Before you decide, check out the link in the description for the best price on Amazon. It can really tip the scale when considering this receiver. Remember, no product is perfect, but knowing its strengths and quirks can save you time, money, and a lot of frustration. To wrap up, the Jensen CAR1000 is a respectable contender in its price range, bringing a huge 10.1-inch screen and modern smartphone integration to your dash. But it demands patience and readiness for a bit of technical fiddling. If you can live with that, it's a worthwhile upgrade that makes your car feel smarter and more connected, one Bluetooth call and playlist at a time. And honestly, in this tech age, isn't that what driving should be all about?